did that. Am I talking good here? So when you're under attack, you have to understand that you have this resource here, and you got to build yourself about the truth. You got to know what the truth is. I had one a brother call me from this ministry who was here and was going for a long time. He texted me today and said he needed to talk to me, and I decided to call him back because I figured if I'm in this place, the best thing I can do is try to help somebody else. And I talked to him for a whole hour. I think he's so confused about church and about, I say, I ain't no different from you. I'm confused about church too. I don't understand how church works, and I don't understand church people. Somebody say amen. I know some of y'all are real deep, but can I be honest? I'm confused about why people are where they are in church. Sometimes I feel like a teacher teaching a class of students who are not interested in nothing I have to say. So I don't understand why people can hear the truth and not believe it. I don't understand how people can choose to be in condemnation. I don't understand that at all. But it happens in church every day. Somebody say amen. I don't understand why God does things the way he does them. But what I believe is this: his ways above, he says, high as the heavens are above the earth, that's how much higher my ways are than your ways, your thought, my thoughts. I believe that. And that's immeasurable. So God's thoughts are immeasurably much higher than mine, so I'm just going to trust his thoughts. Because I don't understand why, when I cry, why he don't come running. When I cry, I want him to come running and get me some straightening right there on the spot. When I'm in trouble, Miss Clip, and I want to come to live me right then. Oh, God. So I don't really understand. It seems like when the devil comes to attack, he attacks me right on the spot. And you be wondering and say, Lord, where are you? I mean, come on, these things are going on. I need to see you. But just like God, the way he is, when you're under the most pressure, the time when he's the most quiet. Because he has a suddenly blessing for you coming up somewhere in the future. All the times I cried and tried to slit my ribs and put guns in my mouth, asking him where he was when I was smoking dope, why you let me suffer like this. And I'm confessing you, I'm preaching about, and I wasn't preaching, I was preaching a drug hold. I'm talking about you, I'm witnessing about you. Why am I this way? But he would never answer me. Because he just didn't walk through it. Are you all with me here? And some of the times when you're under attack, he just didn't walk through it. See, he said, talk to me, if you believe me, just keep walking through it. If you truly believe what I said, if you truly believe what I bless you with, if you truly believe what I promised, then why are you not walking through it? Because if you believe what I promised, then you'll notice a part of the process. I'm saying it again. If you really believe what I promised, then you'll notice it's a part of the journey. So the enemy's attacked you now, so why you start crying? Am I the only one who's been doing a lot of crying lately? Y'all can't really stand it. Bring the preacher on us like this, because I've been crying because when I go pray now, all I can do is cry. When I go pray, I'm in a place of crying and worship because I'm seeking something. I'm trying to get some answers to why things are the way they are. And then the thing is, you come in here and look at General Level on Sunday, look like we're doing real good. Say amen. But I'm living in truth. See, that's reality. I know the truth. I'm going to leave that alone. That might be too deep for some of y'all. Let's walk with it. So we wrestle against flesh and blood. Say, take on you the whole armor of God, that may be able to withstand in the evil day. Let me tell you right now, most of you right now, most of us in an evil day. We are under an evil attack. And the attack is a spiritual attack, and it's normally against your mind. And some of us, we dealing with spirits now that's resting upon us. That God's allowing there for us, oh God, help me, for a period of time to show you something. And I don't know if I could go this deep with people in church, but when them spirits rest upon you, they affect your whole life. Mm-hmm. Because it's like you carrying another person with you that you can't get rid of. Right. Anybody here grown enough to handle this? Or should this X-ray, should I put the kids out? Because they're dealing with it too. Right. Sometimes these devils are called, they'll attach themselves to you, and God allows it. Because the Bible said, oh, come that God will send an evil spirit to you to get what it will accomplish. You don't believe that now, because God controls all things. He created those evil spirits too. And he sent them here before he called their life to be. Because he needed them to be here to accomplish the purpose. So sometimes these things will attach themselves to you, and they'll affect your entire life. And the only relief you will have is your prayer life. Because they're not going to leave until God said the time is up. I don't preach these kind of things in church because this kind of stuff scares people. When these things attack you, it affects your household, it affects your bedroom, Oh God, it affects you in every kind of way because the warfare is so intense. Intimacy just don't work. And I done lost the whole group right now. When those things attach themselves to you, and you try to be intimate with the person you're in love with, the warfare is so intense, the resistance is so stuff, and then you feel like such a disconnect from that person, that devil will make you feel like they ain't even there. Lord, get me out of this. This ain't the right place for this. But I'm talking about being under attack. I'm talking about standing in the evil day. But I want you to understand that you've not lost anything. The enemy is not controlling anything. It's nothing but an attack. And you just have to learn how to respond according to the word. You wrap yourself up in the truth. The truth is the word of God. The truth is who you are, where you are, what you're doing, and what God said. So since your life is predestined and you want a predestined journey, whatever you come into right now does not change. What God's already finished. If somebody get this, is going to help you. I'm preaching to myself now. I don't know if anybody understands the level of warfare I'm talking about. But this thing will make you feel like life is coming to a close. It'll make you feel like you don't want to live no more. It'll make you feel like your whole life was a waste of time. Y'all ain't ready for me to talk about this. But what you got to do right then, because you got to gird yourself about with truth. You got to say, listen, I know what God said. I know who I am. I know I'm walking on this predestined journey. So I know tomorrow this could be different. I'm not going to speak against my destiny. I'm not going to hate the people around me. See, the only thing I can promise God, and hear this as I say this to you, the only thing I promise him every day is I'm not going to quit. I can't promise him nothing else. But the only thing when I'm under the most serious attacks like I am right now, when I go to pray, in the midst of all the stuff I go through, I say, Lord, the thing I can promise you is I'm not going to quit. I don't care what I get hit with, I'm not going to quit. I don't care how impossible it seems, I'm not going to quit. And you want to make a devil mad? Say that right now. Watch how you get attacked. When you're in your prayer closet, I'm not going to quit. That's the bottom line. It looks like I'm losing. It looks like all hell and broke loose. Look like ain't nothing working. Look like every door been closed, even though I know it's not so. But I'm not going to quit. Why? Because I have a promise from you, and I know that whatsoever you promise, you're also able to perform it. See, I don't know about y'all, but I'm fully persuaded that every promise that God made on my life is going to come to pass. So since I already, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a preacher, I live that. And since I know that, then why am I going to quit? Because I'm being attacked. If you go to war to take over a country, and you move and they attack you, you turn and run away when you win in the war. Just because of an attack? Ain't that good? You winning on this journey, you already have the victory. So you come up on the attack, you mean you're going to turn and walk away? You'll be shocked how many people forfeit their destiny because of an attack of the enemy. They don't know how to respond because they don't read the manual. They don't know how to respond because they're not being taught how to use resources. And when that happens, all you can do is gird yourself about the truth and put on the breastplate of righteousness. That simply means you know in your heart that you're already righteous, and no matter what happens, you claim your righteousness. This young man told me on the phone today, he said, the one thing you don't have to convince me of, he said, I know I'm righteous. And he's still out there what he called thugging. But he ain't confused about righteousness. He know he's righteous. He know he have right standing with God through Jesus Christ. And you'll be surprised how many people come to church Sunday and don't know that yet. How many people might be sitting here right now, say amen, and not receive the fact that your righteousness is by faith. That righteousness is a gift, and you're in right standing with God right now. And when you're under attack and the enemy put all your faults, you got to remember to stand in your righteousness. You got to know in your heart that you're righteous, and don't let him tell you anything other than that, because if you start trying to do things in your strength, you're in trouble. Remember, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. If you try to get it happen in your own strength, you'll get in trouble. So what you got to do is just rest in Jesus. And what happened to you with this? And your feet sharp with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Well, when you're under attack, the hardest thing to do is walk in peace. Because when the enemy attacks you to bring discouragement, anger and frustration are some of his greatest tools. I just want to talk to you all tonight. Let's forget about preaching. I want to try to get somebody mature, because if one of you get it, it's going to change. It's going to help your life a lot. When you're under attack, you're going to always be frustrated. for the least little thing. I said at the beginning. Frustration just lives with you. And no matter, it's an attack, it's a spirit, it's a devil. And if you don't learn how to respond to that devil, you can walk around your house with your face puffed up. You can walk around your house on the corner by yourself, don't want nobody talking to you. Somebody say amen. And then when I just want to be left alone right now. That's exactly what